Welcome to Discover Greater Lansing. Whether you're exploring the rich history of the state capital or indulging in incredible local food, there's always something exciting happening here. Discover living. Discover mobility. Discover downtown. Discover giving back. Greater Lansing offers breathtaking activities and outdoor adventures, ensuring a perfect balance of city life and natural beauty. Discover the warmth. Discover the charm. Discover Greater Lansing. The journey begins now.
Welcome back again to what promises to be an amazing show because it's all about Lansing. We have Choose Lansing here in the studio today. They're going to tell us great things coming up all through the warm weather months, some new and exciting passes, which we won't, we'll let you tell us all about that. And I'm joined today by Tracy Padat, of course, Chief Marketing Officer of Choose Lansing, and Adrienne Cooley, the Manager of Social Media and Communications for Choose Lansing. So thank you for being with us today. Of course, the whole show is based around everything that's wonderful in Lansing. So to hear it straight from our ambassadors who go out all over probably the world to tout all the benefits and welcome attributes that are our great region. So let's just jump right into it. And Tracy, why don't you start us off with what is the mission of Choose Lansing? What's it all about?
Yeah, thanks, Lori. We love the show, of course. Anything that celebrates the Greater Lansing region is something that we want to be a part of. So appreciate the opportunity to chat with you today. Choose Lansing is a destination marketing organization, and our mission is to attract visitors of all kinds. So whether you're hosting a convention or meeting or a sport tournament, or even just coming for a long weekend getaway, we want folks to enjoy all the amenities and things to do right here in our fabulous community.
Right, and we talked about it on an earlier show, but Choose Lansing is the name, right? It's just not a verb. Well, it is a verb, but you know, that you're touting really from all these options you have to choose Lansing.
Definitely. Right? We just went through a rebrand about a year ago. We were the Greater Lansing Convention and Visitors Bureau. So if you can imagine, if you had to introduce Adrienne and I, how a half an hour of the show would just be us saying
introductions.
Our name. Exactly.
Right.
So we're excited to now be Choose Lansing and our sister organization, the Lansing Sports Commission, and really encouraging folks to do exactly that. Choose Lansing for everything under the sun.
All right. Excellent. So we have this initiative. It's Love Lansing Like a Local. And, you know, as locals, we love it. We know all the ins and outs. So tell us, Adrienne, what's that all about? What's this initiative?
Yeah, so we really want locals to be able, when someone says, you know, I'm going to Lansing, what is there to do? We want our residents to know all of the great things that we have to offer, from museums to recreational spaces, entertainment facilities. There is really so much to choose from. So our Love Lansing Like a Local highlights all of those things.
And, you know, it's from time to time, I'm not a native, but I've been here longer than my native state, and I'm surprised to hear people who say, I've never been in the Capitol for a tour, and that's our, you know, kind of our big thing here, right, in Lansing. Not that there's not so many other things to do, and I just find even being in Lansing for 30 plus years, you just discover new things, and guess what? New things are popping up all over the place. And so this Love Lansing Like a Local, you're not only inviting people to come, but also locals to jump right in, right, Tracy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You mentioned our tried and true. You know, our top two attractions for visitors are the state capitol and Michigan State University. Yeah. So we've got lots of things to see and do. The new Greater Lansing Experience Pass is a free digital pass where you can find those tried and true attractions like we talked about, Impression 5, Potter Park Zoo, but explore all sorts of new places like Zap Zone XL on the west side. We've got Graywall Hall, which is a new entertainment facility in downtown Lansing. Lansing Shuffle, which just opened their shuffleboard courts this spring. So dozens of attractions on this pass. You could download that for free at lansing.org and plan your summer of activities.
Right, and there's something for everybody, right? We have families with young kids, we have singles, we have our older Lansing region folks. I'm not in that category quite yet.
She pointed at me.
But, I just celebrated a birthday, but there really is, tell us about, like, there's just something for everyone, right? We've got Impression 5 for hands-on learning. We've got the river trail. Anybody at any age can enjoy our beautiful river trail. Talk about this all-inclusive kind of region we have. It's not just bustling with young 20-somethings. It covers the whole gamut, correct?
Yeah, I think you're right, Lori. There is so much to see and do. We actually have divided the pass into various categories. So based on your interests, if you want to do something free, there is a category of all the free things in the region. If you like arts and culture, you can find that. Parks and gardens, outdoor activities, sports and leisure. Really, we've tried to cover the gambit to find something for everyone. So to your point, when it's, you know, what is there to see and do? And we get a lot of feedback, oh, there's nothing to do in Lansing. Like, please just harm us right now. If the day that we hear that is just so unnecessary. But please, Lansing.org is a great resource to get started. Whatever it is you might be into, we're definitely going to be able to find you an activity.
Yes, Lansing.org, and I really like it's economically and budget friendly. So like you said, you can say, I don't want to spend a lot of money today. What can I go and enjoy that's not too costly on the family budget? So that is just covers all the bases. So there's really no reason to not get out there and check it out, Lansing.org. So there is a particular new other initiative that I am interested in. It's the new Digital Lansing Craft Beverage Pass. So Adrian's smiling ear to ear on that one. Maybe she's used it on her way.
I have checked into a few spots. So similar to the Lansing Experience Pass, the Craft Beverage Pass highlights our local craft beverage makers. So we wanted to encourage locals and visitors alike to support our local wineries, breweries, distilleries. So once you sign up for the pass, you can access discounts at a few of the locations. You check into each location, and as you check in, you accumulate points that you can redeem for prizes. We've got beer steins, pint glasses, a wine tumbler, bottle openers. There's a lot of fun prizes on there that you can get, and it's all free and it's available year round.
There you heard it. It's free year round. Beverages are great, especially as it gets warmer, something cool as you're traversing the greater Lansing region. So that's really exciting. And when was that just launched recently, or is that something that's just kind of being promoted right now?
Yeah, so we did launch both of these passes last year. However, this year we refreshed them, so we have some new locations to check into. We have fun new prizes and new discounts as well.
Yeah. So that's exciting. So we're going to definitely check that out. And because of this, you also are gaining all kinds of, I love data. As a marketer, I love data. So you're gathering all kind of analytics probably about favorite spots, where people are going, maybe what needs a little help getting a little more promotion. It's a tool. It's a smart marketing tool as well, right, Tracy?
It is. We can definitely track to see where are the popular locations. But from our perspective, what helps us is that we get to promote all of them equally.
Yes.
So whether or not they might be right down the road and easier to get to, or more access to more folks, like say after a convention or meeting, they might have more traffic than one of our outliers that's maybe in one of our surrounding communities. They're all in the pass. They all get equal opportunity to attract those visitors. And like Adrian said, collect those points and redeem prizes for folks that are out checking them out.
That's wonderful. And now we're talking about beverages, beautiful weather. Let's talk about some of the great patios that are all throughout. I mean, all the way over to my west neighborhood, to Grand Ledge and Eaton County, all the way east. So let's talk about some of these fun patio experiences that you may have suggest.
Yeah, so it's a great benefit to the craft beverage pass is that a lot of these places have patios where you can enjoy a craft beverage and enjoy some summer weather. So to your point, we know a very checked into spot is Lansing Brewing Company. It's right downtown, it's central location. They have a really popular patio that they have lawn games, a fire pit, but then the surrounding communities also have some great patios. You've got Looking Glass Brewery in DeWitt. Bad Brewing is really popular in Mason for their patio. That patio is gorgeous. You've got St. John's Brewery. So all of these great patios where you can sit outside, and they're all worth the drive regardless of where you're coming from. There are even some dog-friendly ones.
That's what I want to talk about. Yes.
Yeah, Eagle Monk Pub and Brewery on the west side has a beer garden that is super casual, very cozy, lots of grass. They've always got water bowls out there for dogs. Another favorite of mine is Red Cedar Spirits in East Lansing. They have a dog-friendly patio as well, and some phenomenal cocktails.
Yes, yeah. even just during the Art Fest, I saw a lot of dogs, every breed, every size, everything, walking up and down because East Lansing is closed down the main street there, and people can enjoy just coming out with kids, families, sitting outside, catching some music. So we didn't even jump into music. We'll save that for, well, we're going to touch on a little bit because what I really love is a great festival. And Michigan has embraced festivals like no other state I've seen. You have, the states have the one big state, but we have festivals for everybody, every taste, every, hobby, adventure. So, and I think, we are called Michigan's Festivals capital right here in Lansing. So do you want to give a sneak preview of some of the festivals on the horizon that people may want to go out and enjoy?
Sure. Well, like you mentioned, we're Michigan's festival capital. We have over 60 festivals and events throughout the year, which is hard to imagine, right? But there's at least one a week, if not more, and certainly a plethora over the summer. So on Lansing.org, we've got a searchable calendar of events. So depending if you want to do music, arts, culture, food, you name it, we can find a festival that's going to interest you, and you can dial that in to figure out which one you want to attend. But so many lovely things, and we have so many great festival producers here in the region that I would put us on par with anywhere in the state. I think that you cannot go wrong with Summer Solstice Jazz Festival in East Lansing. We just wrapped up the East Lansing Art Festival. We've got more in Old Town with lots of music and arts and culture and Scrap Fest and Juneteenth and you name it. There's just something coming up. I don't want to leave anybody out, but there are definitely a ton. So again, the best thing I can say is that resource of Lansing.org to really plan your weekend festivals.
Absolutely, and you can get a sneak peek and get them on your calendars early because they're all out there. So, and they're being promoted. I remember we had some out-of-staters in Lansing, and they had never heard of the Olive Burger. Well, not only have we heard of it, we have a whole festival around olive burgers. So it does cover everything, and it is just phenomenal to be immersed in all these different festivals and opportunities. And again, there's something for every age at most of these festivals as we go along. So we've covered festivals, we've covered the passes, Lansing.org, don't forget it, and make sure that you sign in so that you can plan an amazing summer without really leaving much at home. But if you want a little adventure, our region goes, you can take a little nice drive out into the countryside and stumble upon some of these gems that make up this wonderful region. So let's shift gears a little bit to looking forward and talking a little bit more about, we want our locals to be our ambassadors and embrace and enjoy, of course, the Lansing area. What are the two of you doing and your teams to showcase Lansing? And when we're put up against, I don't know what other cities, but what are some of your key selling points? Either one, jump in.
As a convention and meeting destination,
Yes.
It's our central location. And we've got access to all of the residents around the state that want to come in, talk to lawmakers. We have expert speakers and panelists from Michigan State University. So we're a great convention and meeting destination. We're also a fantastic sport tournament destination for all of those same reasons. Our central location and access to Michigan State make phenomenal resources for us. When it comes to more of a leisure visit, I'll let Adrienne speak to that, but a lot of those same attributes apply.
I would say the first thing that comes to mind is just all of our diverse dining options. So they're true, when we say there's something for everyone, there is something for everyone. From, if you're with your family and you want something that's going to cater to picky eaters, or if you want culturally specific food, we have Peruvian restaurants, Mediterranean, African, Asian, like so many different options to choose from. So that's a really big highlight, and all of the, not all of them, but most of them are locally owned and operated as well.
That's a great plug for small businesses. They're right here, they live here, they play here, and they run their businesses here. And you literally can eat your way, around the country within the greater Lansing region. It's exciting to see new pop-ups, and we get some chains here too, which is nice for people because they have that consistency no matter where you're at. You can enjoy those as well. So that food dining experience it really is how, one thing that people don't talk about, which always surprises me, and it's because it's been hidden for so much, is our beautiful waterfront, the
Yes.
Grand River, and it's slowly starting to emerge as, hey, we've got this beautiful, who doesn't want to sit waterfront and enjoy that? And there's kayaking. Tell us a little bit about any future plans for the waterfront or anything that you see that's exciting you and our visitors.
I'll say what's currently exciting and newer is Lansing Shuffle and their
Yes.
patio. You've got Rivertown Adventures right there for kayaking.
Yes.
I think that's a recent development that a lot of people are really excited about. And I've sat on that patio and heard people go, it doesn't feel like we're in Lansing right now.
Exactly, yes.
So that's a really exciting. I'm not sure if you can speak to upcoming developments for the waterfront.
Nope,
Yeah,
not that
yes.
anything that I know that's concrete,
Right.
but definitely Lansing Shuffle's a great addition for sure. The My Playground is the new
Yes, oh,
accessible
that's
playground that's
wonderful.
also along outside of Rotary Park in that area. So if you have not been to the downtown riverfront, please get down and see that this summer. There's the new
Yep.
urban beach. I mean, you're walking distance not only from the river trail, but Impression 5 Science Center, Ariold's Transportation
Yes.
Museum, the Lansing Lug Nuts, blocks away from the Capitol, tons of dining. It's like literally you could park your car once and go explore for an entire day. So really encourage people to get out. If you haven't been before, you should definitely make it a stop.
Right. And we can't squeeze it all into our short time, but you get on the trail, like you said, and we got the zoo, and people can have a wonderful time in parks all along. There's so many parks, and there's so many improvements in that great all-inclusive playground space. I had my granddaughter there. It's just amazing and so colorful and fun, and the kids are just having a great time. So we're wrapping up our time together. I do throw this question out. This one's really going to be hard for the two of you because you love everything that is Greater Lansing. But if you had to pick just one of your favorite activities or places to go to, Tracy, what would that be?
It's hard for me to, they're all my kids, right? I'm supposed to
Yes,
be,
yes.
I'm not supposed to pick a favorite. But when I have people in from out of town, I go to Little Hawk putting course.
Little Hawk. We just had our team out there. Lots of fun for adults too.
Yes.
All right, Adrian?
I will take it back to Lansing Shuffle. That is my go-to spot when I have people in town and I want to show them something cool in Lansing. I bring my dog there. We walk the river trail. That's a top favorite
And
for sure.
Great food inside.
So
Food
many
and drink.
and so many
It's-
options.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a cultural experience in
Exactly.
itself. Well, thank you so much, Adrian and Tracy, for being with us today. You go out and you kind of sell Greater Lansing, and you just love it, I can tell, just like we do here. So thank you for being our guests today. We look forward to more great things to do, and I'll do another plug for lansing.org. Get there, get your passes, and have a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
I'm excited to have Collier's Commercial with me today. They're a local commercial group, and I have Amy and Julie with me, and we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about commercial real estate. And let's start with the client. Why would a client hire a commercial agent?
Well, first, thanks for having us, Karen. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. It's very similar to when someone looks to purchase or to sell a home. They look for an agent that's credible, they're comfortable with, that they feel can do a great job representing them. And with commercial, it's the same thing. They really need somebody that's extremely experienced and can help them meet their needs. And at Collier's, that's all we do, and we do it well. We do
Great.
just commercial.
Great.
So we're kind of a one-stop shop for all commercial needs.
Nice. And Amy, tell us about Collier's. You know, if I walk in that door and I need help, what are the resources?
Yeah, I think with Collier's, you'll find the expertise in each of the retail segments. Unlike many firms that generalize, we specialize. So we
Nice.
have an office expert, a retail expert, an industrial expert. We have multifamily teams and groups that specialize even in hotels. So you can find the expert you need to help the client. And we often team in our market. We have a lot of clients that have multiple properties in each segment, so we work together closely to meet all of our clients' needs and have the global platform and resources that Collier's provides to get them through their transaction.
Okay, good. Well, we've got a little girl power going on the
Yeah.
stage right
Yes.
now. So tell me about girl power in Collier's.
You know, we're really excited, Karen, because we have representation in the retail market with Amy. I'm in the industrial market, and Nicole Wiseman is in the office market. So we really have strong women that can help in in any of those avenues.
That is awesome. Well, I'm so glad you guys chose to be with me today. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate the position that you have in the market. I know that you empower all people that are looking at commercial, and again, I really appreciate your dedication to the industry. You make us all better.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Lansing Regional Chamber is pleased to be part of Discover Greater Lansing, where we will celebrate and showcase the economic growth and assets that define our region. We are experiencing an extraordinary transformation with over $4 billion in new investment and thousands of new jobs. Placemaking, including the integration of arts, entertainment, and culture, plays a pivotal role in shaping our vibrant communities. Infrastructure is the backbone of economic growth, and we're seeing historic levels of investment exceeding $800 million, including the planned reconstruction of Michigan Avenue, connecting Michigan State University to our state capitol. As you embark on your journey to discover Greater Lansing, we encourage you to immerse yourselves in the unique experiences our region has to offer, support the small businesses that form the heartbeat of Lansing, and joining us in fostering an environment where innovation, collaboration, and prosperity flourish. Together, let's build a stronger Lansing.
I have Jane O'Connell with Eaton Community Bank with me here today, and we're going to talk about mortgages and the home market here. So thank you for being with me. I really appreciate your insight on what we're going to talk about. People are buzzing about that right now. So with that being said, interest rates. What do you tell a buyer when you start talking about interest rates?
What I would tell a buyer is not to wait for the interest rate to come down. Everybody's waiting for that, and then when the interest rate comes down and you're ready to buy your house, so is everybody else. The interest rate can always be refinanced later. I would say get your pre-approval, find your house, buy it, and wait for the rates to come down and refinance at that time.
That is really good advice, and ultimately, it's the home that they're trying to purchase. You bring the tools to the table as to how they do that. So what about the people that want to refinance right now, that are already in a home? Hit the refi button for me, if you will, and top points there.
Well, if somebody wanted to refi, I would suggest not refiing until you're about 1% lower than where you currently are. And for people who don't want to move because they don't want to miss out on the great rate they have on their regular mortgage, they can always tap into their equity to remodel and make it look a little bit different than it was before and make it their perfect home.
Great, great. So basically, the mortgage process with you is really a process, and you can stay with the buyer or the person that wants to refinance their home all the way through the journey of their home, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that the audience gets in to talk to you about what their options are in regards to one of the largest assets they have, which is their home.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Today we're excited to have the Rotary Club of Lansing Foundation's International Committee Chairperson, John Person, here to tell us a little bit about the International Committee's efforts. John, what can you tell us about the International Committee?
Our foundation funds a lot of projects. Most of them are local, but some of them are international. If you look at the greatest need, who are people who don't have clean water, access to education, healthcare, often that's overseas, and so we do some projects internationally.
And what types of projects are funded?
As I said, a water project. We help fund some schools, healthcare, a dental project in Guatemala. There's a project outside of Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, which is a girls' school. Education is not free in Kenya, and these young ladies would not have an opportunity to go to school unless somebody was funding that, and we participate internationally on those kinds of projects.
And where do you find these projects?
Most of them come from our members themselves. They either are involved in those projects personally that they're supporting, or, as an example, one of our members was in the Peace Corps in Togo, and she still has contacts there, and she brought us some of those projects. We have another member from India, and so he brings us projects helping there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. And if you're interested in learning more about the Lansing Rotary Club and how it funds these international products, please go to thelansingrotary.org.
So Kai, I understand that one of CATA's strategic goals is cross-boundary trips and regional mobility. Can you talk a little bit more about what that crazy little thing called microtransit is?
So microtransit is an on-demand transportation solution that CATA is offering inside select zones, which will bring customers to and from fixed route services.
Excellent. And can you talk a little bit about the value that microtransit services would bring to the region?
Absolutely. The value that microtransit promises is to facilitate first mile and last mile trips. That's really one of the main values of microtransit. So traditionally that would be filled with walking and biking, where some people struggle to do that. So microtransit offers a first mile, last mile solution to facilitate that transportation.
Great. And also, could you touch on the value that microtransit brings to the rider?
Very similar to a ride-sharing app, we bring a technology component when we're introducing microtransit. So you'll be able to see where the bus is and anticipate when the bus will be to you to pick you up. Also, you'll be able to track your ride throughout your transportation experience, knowing where you are at all times.
And where would the microtransit service operate in?
The microtransit zones that CATA will offer will be in Delhi Township, Meridian Township, service to the airport, and downtown Lansing service, as well as a new service inside Delta Township.
That's really great information. Kai, thank you so much for sharing today.
Thank you.
Middle Village is back and better than ever with 5 new stores and a brand new location. We're here today with Oscar Pena, Black Rose Design, to learn more about his business.
Hi, thank you. My name is Oscar Pena, and I started Black Rose Designs a couple years ago, just trying to fill the time of the pandemic as I was at home, and I kept it going.
Great. Well, what kind of things do you offer? What do you do?
I do a lot of denim. I make things out of leather, and we're looking to kind of expand some of the fabric choices when we open up on May 2nd.
Perfect. Is it primarily menswear?
There's a lot of menswear. I started by making things for myself, and I've tried to branch out to women's wear as well.
Awesome. And what are you most excited about when you join us?
I think the Atrium building is really pretty,
space.
and I'm excited to be in that building.
Nice. We're super glad to have you. Tell me about how you got started with the sewing. Like, where were you inspired, or who did you learn from?
My grandmother was a seamstress for a long time, and she taught me a little bit as a kid. I didn't pay attention well enough, but later on I kind of brought back some of that teaching and figured it out.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you at Middle Village.
All right.
Wow, what another great show and another reason to discover Greater Lansing. So many wonderful things happening in our great, great community. From living, working, and playing, we've got it right here in Greater Lansing. Thanks for joining us.